Hi everyone, it's the Assyrian Priestess with you. I hope this finds you well. I'm doing a reading today for the Divine Masculines out there. How do people perceive you? How do people perceive the Divine Masculine? First cut out the Empress, which is a very feminine card, but gender is not the only point of reference in the tarot. So if you identify as a Divine Masculine, and according to Jungian analysts, everyone has an anima and animus. Like any human psyche has a masculine and feminine side to them. You're someone who's abundant. You're someone who likes stuff. You're someone who's created a beautiful home around them. You're someone who potentially dresses well, looks good, smells good, enjoys the finer things. So how else is the Divine Masculine perceived? Here we have the Star card and the Suduri. You do have a star quality about you. Suduri is actually from the Epic of Gilgamesh, and she's actually the Divine Tavern Keeper. She's a goddess of beer. So you might actually enjoy a drink. How people perceive you as someone who isn't afraid of going to the depths. Maybe you've overcome a lot in your life. Maybe you've actually had a near-death experience or recovered from a major calamity. But people see you in a very positive light. They see you as someone who is a creative and generative person, meaning they see in you the qualities of someone who likes to and can create beautiful things. So maybe you are an artisan or an artist. Maybe you are like a builder, a construction worker. Maybe you're in agriculture, because here we have the Queen of Discs, the goddess of the vine. She's almost like a counterpart of the Empress energy. So it's a very feminine archetype, but so maybe you're very warm and loving. Maybe they perceive you as someone who likes to cook and you like to serve others. You like to make things and gift those things to others. So you're perceived as very generous. So yeah, let me know in the comments if that sounds like you or the Divine Masculine you're cross-watching for. How is the Divine Masculine perceived? How is the Divine Masculine perceived by others? I'm asking the cards. There's a combative element to you. Perhaps when you argue a point, or you are strong about right and wrong. That's how you're perceived, as someone who can argue, who is argumentative. And maybe sometimes, you can err towards the nasty side. You can say things that aren't very nice. But I can see you're perceived as a very nurturing person, the Queen of Cups. You're perceived as a very giving person. So, we've all got flaws. So maybe your generous nature is balanced by, some of your more difficult qualities. I'm also wondering here, like we do have the goddess of the cup. So if, again, there is something around drinking, I'm not here to provide social work services to you, but you might want to talk about that with someone if drinking is a problem for you, or you turn to drink to escape emotions or emotional problems. How do people perceive you? 8 of Cups, 9 of Wands, Ace of Discs. So with death in the shadow, I feel like you're perceived as someone who doesn't really like to stay in a space of emotional discomfort. You like to get out of there. So perhaps you have avoidant tendencies. Perhaps you are someone who strives to achieve emotional fulfillment. They see you as someone who does have it in them to try difficult things. You know, there's an inner warrior in you that people can see. And, you know, there's a part of you that people perceive as being able to offer them something practical. The Ace of Discs. It's the Seed card. Don't think I need to expose on that one. Yeah, the Death card in the shadow, that's the Scorpio card. So maybe that means something to someone. I don't want to keep these too long, so please like, share, subscribe, comment if any of this resonated. Otherwise, I will leave you as always with my love and courage. Until we meet again, bye for now.